Am I the asshole? For telling my sister her reaction to my daughter's name was way over the top and totally rude? I gave birth to my second child a few weeks ago. I already have a son and this time I had a daughter. My husband and I named her Alana. We announced the name and did not expect any real reaction to the name. But my sister had an almost immediate reaction of OMG, why would you name your child Alana? And it was so confusing to me because it was such a strong reaction. I told her we thought the name was pretty and would grow nicely with our daughter. She told me it was the worst name ever and I was so shocked that I didn't even ask her at that point why she hated it so much. We didn't speak for a week and then she said we needed to talk. I agreed because I was still so taken aback by her reaction. She showed up at my home and overreacted more to the name. She was saying it was so shitty that we chose the name and how could we do that to her niece. I asked her what she was talking about and asked her why she hated the name so bad. I was wondering if she'd had some terrible experience with an Alana unbeknownst to me. But all she could say is the name was ugly and an easy target for being made fun of. I asked how, and she said it was pukey and nobody should be saddled with such a terrible name. She said we needed to change the name before our daughter got too old. She said she didn't know what to say to me knowing I had chosen Alana as a baby name. She was giving me nothing reasonable, at least to me, since I do not think Alana is exactly an easy name to be bullied over, so I told her her reaction to the name was over the top and totally rude to my husband and to me. I told her she might not love the name but she did not need to go so hard on us for giving our daughter the name. She told me I was rude and should listen to her when she's trying to save my daughter from torment. And that I should trust her enough to believe her and not criticize her. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. From the title, I was totally expecting some crazy over-the-top name like Michaeli or Broccoli. Alana is a totally normal name. Tell your sister to get over herself and stay in her lane. Not the asshole. I don't get it either. How can an emotionally mature adult have such an adverse reaction to a name without being able to explain why? Unless she can provide some context, I think your reaction is fair. Alana isn't exactly an unusual name or anything. I think we've all heard of it. It's quote-unquote quite a normal name. I like the name. Mainly because it's my name too. It's not an easy name to be bullied over. I'm 40 now, and my name has aged with me. It's classy. There aren't many people with that name, so you have that in your favor too. Your kid, your choice. You aren't calling your kid Tinkerbell. Or something that hasn't aged quite as well. Tell your sister to stay in her lane. Your baby will be fine with her name. May I suggest Lanny as a nickname? Lol. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Did your sister always bully you like this? That's rich that she called you rude. Not a lot of self-awareness on her part. Not the asshole. My guess, either she has bad experiences with someone who goes by this name, or she would have liked it for her future daughter. For me, there is no other explanation which involves sane people. Not the asshole is Alana the name your sister had called dibs on for her kid, without actually telling you? Alana is a nice name. Oh, I've just reread a book about a girl character called Alana who disguises herself as a boy and goes by Alan for a few years. Does your sister have an issue with Tamora Pierce books? She 100 wanted that name for her kid. How old is your sister? Not the asshole, and this is so bizarre. It's a fine name, isn't weird, isn't a Star Wars character, is pronounceable, spellable, doesn't look stupid on a resume. I don't get it. Not the asshole. Alana is a familiar name for a girl when I was growing up, and I don't remember anyone being made fun of for it. If she ever wanted to shorten it, she could use Ali or Anna maybe. Alana is a very normal name. Tell your sister to butt the fuck out. Also make sure she never makes your daughter insecure about her name. Did your sister possibly bully a girl named Alana when younger and her reaction is guilt because of what she may have done? Otherwise your sister is completely out of hand here. It's one thing to voice your opinion on a name if you can produce a coherent and reasonable reason as to why you think it's problematic. But to have nothing more to say other than you think it's yucky? That's utterly ridiculous. Not the asshole, your sister is out of her mind. Not the asshole anyone remembering the song Black Velvet by Alana Miles? That was the moment I feel in love with that name. It's a really good name. Not the asshole that's so weird to have that reaction with no reason. I've heard some weird names from friends and family with their kids. Alana is beautiful and I just kept my mouth shut. Why? Because I'm not the one who pushed it out of me. Your sister needs to stay in her lane. Not the asshole. There has to be something more to this reaction. Alana is a lovely name. Is she jealous of you? Going through infertility? As it stands, your sister's behavior is horrible. ETA, how old is your sister? Not the asshole, is your sister a child? I've never known an adult to describe something as pukey unless it's their barfing kid. Alana is a perfectly normal name. I have a cousin named Alana. She has a master's degree and is successful in her field. I also have a friend named Alana and she is the CEO of a company. It's not like you named your kid Barforella and set her up for failure in life. Your kid will be fine, the name is normal, your sister is being a freak. Can't help wondering if your sister has some personal history with that name she doesn't want to reveal. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I work in an elementary school. While the spelling is different from what I've seen before, I've never seen a child made fun of for that name. It's a lovely choice. Not the asshole. That's a perfectly normal name. Your sister has a weird opinion, but that is all it is, her opinion. Not the asshole. I have a feeling that sis wanted that name, or one very similar, for her future child. That is why she is now trying to convince you to change your daughter's name. Alana is lovely. There's a singer named Alana Miles. I have no idea what's up your sister's butt, but she is very much over the top with this. I've had a few students called Alana and nobody has ever gotten bullied for it. Your sister must have had a personal history with it that she doesn't want to tell you. Not the asshole. There is no way her over-the-top reaction is out of concern. Your daughter will be bullied. There's got to be something else going on there, but that's not your problem. Your sister is an R. And if she doesn't cut the crap, I'd recommend keeping her away from your daughter for fear she'll try to get your daughter to hate her name and, by extension, herself. Not the asshole. This is a totally normal name and becoming more popular, emo. My cousin just had an Ilana and it suits her baby well. There is nothing about your baby's name that seems like it's an invitation for children to mock. If kids are going to make fun of someone, they will find a way regardless of what their name is. Tell your sis your disapproval has been noted. Alana is the name that we have chosen for our daughter and we will not be changing it. This conversation ends now. Refuse to engage if when she brings it up again. Not the asshole. I love the name. Your sister is rude as hell. I have a niece named Alana. Not the asshole. If she doesn't like the name she can keep it to herself. What's it got to do with her anyway? I personally love the name and have 2 work colleagues with that name. Maybe you should just not speak to her for a while before she makes you start to believe it's an ugly name. It is a lovely name. Not the asshole. Alana is a fine name. I considered Alana for my own daughter, after a character in a lesser-known book series by Tamora Pierce. Her reaction is bizarre. I'm trying to understand what a bully would even do with that name. Alana Banana? Or Alana Piranha, depending on pronunciation? Not the asshole. Why is she unable to give you a reason? What the fuck? Natar. A beautiful and normal name. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Tell her to get over herself and go North Carolina for a while. It's a normal name, she's ridiculous and it's not her business. When she will have a kid she can name it whatever.